Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and yes, it's this time of the year, time for my League 2 1-24 predictions. Let's get into it. And we start from the bottom upwards, no messing about. It's going to be a short little preview of each team and where I think they'll finish. And we start at the bottom of the Football League with Stevenage. Yet no surprises here really. Manager Alex Ravel is in charge of the worst team in the Football League last season. They only survived by an absolute off-the-field miracle really. Macclesfield with that points deduction and Bury going bust, meaning only one team went down from League 2. But even then, they were absolutely awful. 24 goals they scored in 36 league games and they only won 3 all season. For me, they haven't done enough to improve. They've signed Romain Vincelot, who's decent, probably past it now. Ben Coker's good when he's fit. Any Efong as well, he'll be trying to score some goals, but for me, Stevenage, not good enough. They'll be finishing bottom. In 23rd, going down with Stevenage, we've gone for Oldham Athletic in 23rd here. Manager Harry Kewell, a tough job on his hands, and I don't think he's up to it, to be honest, but the ill feeling around the club, the off-the-field issues are really going to plague this team, and I think they'll go down this season. Harry Kewell, I don't think he's shown he's good enough. He's got 79 points in League 2 from 63 games. That's awful form with Notts County as well. He didn't do well there. They've signed a few players here and there. Cameron Borthwick Jackson, probably the biggest name, but I think they'll be relying on Man United loanee Zach Burnley if they are to stay up. I don't think it's going to happen. In 22nd, I've gone for Southend United. Their manager Mark Molesley, we're not too sure about him. Eddie Howe gave him a glowing review for his work at Bournemouth and he got back-to-back promotions with Weymouth, but this is his first team job in the Football League. I don't think this Southend squad is good enough for the league really, but I think they'll have enough to stay up thanks to the likes of Stephen Humphreys and Charlie Kelman as well. But yeah, Southend 22nd. 21st, I've gone for Barrow and David Dunn's side. Ian Evatt left them, of course, for Bolton. We'll get onto him later on, but Scott Quigley's going to be important for them. Callum Gribbin as well on loan from Manchester United. Matthew Platt at 22. Can he become one of the standout defenders in the Football League? I think Barrow would have just about enough, but there's question marks over David Dunn. 20th, I've gone for Scunthorpe United. Neil Cox, the man in charge there, of course, having been Neil Ardley's assistant at the likes of Wimbledon and Notts County, but I'm not sure this squad looks good on paper either. Jordan Clark as captain coming back in has strengthened the defence, but elsewhere it's not looking great. Kelsey Mooney, he's coming back on loan from Hereford. He could score some goals for them at the bottom of this league, and elsewhere it's not great. Tyler Cordner, he could establish himself as well as Jacob Bordeaux, but they're under 24. It's quite a youthful Scunthorpe team. I think they'll finish 20th. Up to 19th, Harrogate Town and manager Simon Weaver, the longest serving manager in the Football League, now 517 games. He's been there since 2009 and his dad is the chairman. What a match made in heaven, perhaps. I'm not sure all families get on like those two do, but this one really has worked in recent years. Captain Josh Falkenham can shine in midfield. He'll be key to their success. And they've got John Stead up front. I'm not sure how many minutes he'll get, but he's the biggest name in their team. Jamie Belshaw in goal as well. He is a decent performer at this level, in my opinion. So 19th for Harrogate. I think they'll be fine. 18th place now. I'll try and get through these ones a little bit quicker as we get towards the playoffs. And I've gone with Cambridge United, manager Mark Bonner, and of course the biggest signing in League 2, Wes Houlihan at 38 years old. He's older than his manager. What a legend. Can't wait to see him in League 2. But they've done some decent business, Cambridge. Dimitar Mitov could be decent in goal. Robbie Cundy, I like him, centre back on loan from Bristol City. They just lack a goal scoring striker, I think, this Cambridge United team. Paul Mullin, probably not the goal scorer you want. Harvey Nibbs, can he step up and do something this season? Just a lack of goals in this Cambridge side. Of course, Houlihan will provide creativity. 18th, Cambridge. 17th place now, Crawley Town. I've gone with manager John Yems, decent when he came in last season, but they've lost key man Ollie Palmer to Wimbledon. He got 14 last season, their top scorer. We're not sure who's going to replace him yet, and that's the real reason I've dropped them down from 13th place finish last season. Sam Matthews can create. Jordan Tunnicliffe is decent at this level. I think 17th for Crawley is pretty okay. 16th, I've gone for Morecambe, and there's a few reasons why I've gone for Morecambe this high. Usually they're flirting with the bottom 3. They only finished 22nd last season. Harry Davis is coming from Grimsby. Ben Pringle, probably the biggest signing for them. Jake Turner as well. And Carlos Mendes Gomez, I think he can step up again this season and improve this Morecambe team. Derek Adams is a capable manager at this level. I think Morecambe will be fine and impress a few people. 16th for them. In 15th, I've gone for Newport County, a legendary manager in Michael Flynn there. I think their progress under him has slightly stalled. Of course, he kept them up, then he got them to a playoff final. They've regressed slightly last year, and I think they're going to slip a little bit further down the table again this term. Jamil Matt's left for Forest Green, which is one big reason why I've put them down a couple of places. Ryan Taylor's come in as his replacement, but elsewhere, the attacking options like Padraig Amon, youngster Lewis Collins come in. I'm not too sold on this Newport team, so I've put them 15th. 14th, Leyton Orient for me. Manager Ross Embleton has a decent job on his hands with this side. Yaya Toure is not going to play for them, even though he was training with them for a bit. Midfielder Josh Wright, I think goals are the problem here. He was their top scorer last season with only 8 goals. Lee Angle and Royal Sotrio, good attacking options for them. I think they'll do okay. Jordan Maguire-Drew, I'm not sold on him at all. He's a bit inconsistent, but Leyton Orient will be absolutely fine this season. 14th, they'll be happy with that, I think. 13th, I've gone for Ian Holloway's Grimsby Town, and there's a positive mood coming out of Blundell Park at the moment, I think. Had the season started on New Year's Day, they would have finished 9th on points per game, so I think I'm fully justified in putting them 13th. James McCowan looks decent in goal, and then the likes of Matty Pollock at centre-back and Joey Hope at left-back are good prospects. James Hansen provides physicality up front, and I think Grimsby will be absolutely fine this season, pushing for that top half. They're 13th. 12th of them for Colchester United, last season's playoff semi-finalists, of course, but John McGreal has left, and in comes his assistant Steve Ball. I'm unsure on him, and the likes of Frank Nouble, Brendan Conway and Ryan Jackson will all release this summer to try and save funds, so I think they will have regressed slightly, Colchester, but they've still got the likes of Kwame Poku, of course, one of the most exciting youngsters in League Two. Ben Stevenson is class at what he does in midfield, so I think a top half finish will be decent for Colchester. I think they'll have fallen out of the playoffs though. In 11th place, I've gone for Forest Green Rovers, and that might surprise a few of you at home. On paper, their squad looks easily in the top 7 in the division. Jamil Matt's now in from Newport, Luke McGee and Kane Wilson joined from League One clubs as well. It's a quality squad on paper, but I've got my real question marks over manager Mark Cooper. I don't think he's good enough for this level, to be honest, and Dale Vince isn't going to sack him. He's been too loyal to him, in my opinion, pointed out by Gab Sutton, finding the fact that he'd signed 41 players in the last 2 years. That is a remarkable stat, and that means his signings aren't paying off, and the 2020 form's been bad for FGR as well. They've got 9 points from 12 games in 2020 before the season was suspended. That's not good enough. I think they'll be outside the playoffs this season. 11th won't be a good finish for Forest Green Rovers. In 10th, I've gone for Bradford City, and they're the team who could prove me wrong this season. I think they could challenge for the automatic promotion places, but I don't see it. I like Stuart McCall. I like the signings in Callum Cook, O'Connor, Connor Wood at left back's decent as well. But Clayton Donaldson and Lee Novak, the attacking options, I think they're well past their best. I'm not sure they're good enough for League Two. I could be eating my words in 12 months' time. Let's find out. But this squad, I don't think it's that great. I think in terms of Bradford being in League Two, of course they should be challenging for automatic promotion, but I don't see it happening this year either. They're in 10th. On to 9th position, I've gone for Tranmere Rovers, relegated from League One in harsh circumstances, you have to say, and their manager Mike Jackson replaces the legend that was Mickey Mellon, left of course for Dundee United after that controversial relegation on points per game. You look at their squad on paper as well. Jay Spearing and Otis Khan, 2 of the great midfielders in League Two, I think, this season. Scott Davis looks good in goal, and then you look to the likes of James Vaughan, who's going to be trying to provide the goals, but I have been unconvinced by him in his recent spells at different clubs. Also Morgan Ferrier, he is inconsistent as well up front, so I think they might struggle for a few goals this season. A good top 7 squad on paper, but I'm unconvinced. I've gone for 9th for Tranmere. Let me know if you disagree with this one down below. In 8th place, we've gone for another surprise, perhaps, Graham Coughlin and Mansfield Town. Now, they finished 21st last season, which was a huge underachievement. They conceded 55 goals in 36 games, so he had to sort out the defence, and he's done so by bringing in goalkeeper Marek Steck, who won promotion with Luton and Yeovil. He should shore them up a bit, and I'm excited to see Jamie Reid come in. 56 goals in 97 games for Torquay. I'm excited to see him come in and see what he can do. He could be the hot shot that Mansfield are after, but I've got them just missing out on that top 7. We're into the playoffs, into the top 7, and Carlisle United are going to finish 7th, I think. Chris Beach has done a great job since taking over in December. He lost just 6 of his 22 games in charge, and look what he's done in the transfer window as well. I really like some of the signings he's made. Rod McDonald won promotion with Coventry in 2017 and will shore up that defence. He's rock solid at the back. George Tanner, Morecambe's right back, was standout after the restart. Paul Farman was Stevenage' best player as they finished bottom of the Football League. He got a bit of practice in, didn't he? But yeah, I like what they've done here, and I think they'll match together nicely. I like what Beach plays, I like how he works, and I think they're going to finish in the top 7. 6th place now, and Exeter City for me are going to finish 6th and face yet another playoff campaign. Matt Taylor would have liked promotion this time around. It didn't happen yet again. They're going to get a bit of money if Ollie Watkins is sold by Brentford, and they could strengthen there, which in this case could push them towards the top 3, but I'm not too sure at the moment. Roy Mercado's come in for Aaron Martin. I'm not sure that's a great swap, to be honest. I think they're about the same level of player. I'm happy to be proved wrong there. Captain Jake Taylor again will be big for Exeter, but their key man, it's all about Randall Williams. Williams as well. I think he's going to play a little bit further forward this season, hopefully get a few more goals and assists, but he's one of the standout players in the division. Exeter can finish in the playoffs. They're going to finish 6th. On to 5th place now, and I've actually gone for Walsall, which might be a big surprise to a few of you watching this. Manager Darryl Clark's tasted promotion from this level before, and it's just good vibes coming out of the club at the moment. Both owner and manager seem to be singing from the same hymn sheet, and we so often see productivity when that happens. You look at their attacking options: Gordon, Lavery, Adebayo, all good striking options. They've got number 10, Rory Holden. He's creative. Wes McDonald wide left. Their attack, I think, is going to be one of the best in the league this season. James Clark, captain, can calm down that defence when things get tricky, and Alfie Bates can come through in midfield. I'm impressed with this Walsall team. I like Darryl Clark. I think he's a great manager for League Two. I think Walsall will finish in the playoffs. On to 4th place now, and the team just missing out on automatic promotion this season is Salford City. Graham Alexander in charge there. The signings they've made have been big. They've spent a lot of money. They're set for promotion this term, but I'm just can't be convinced that they'll finish in the top 3. Second favourites for promotion they are. They've brought in Ian Henderson from Rochdale. Only 2 people scored more goals than him in League One last term. James Wilson they've got from Man United. Northampton's promotion winner Jordan Turnbull at centre-back. They've got Tom Clark with championship experience from Preston. On paper, it looks fantastic, but I've got question marks still over manager Graham Alexander. I think he's a bit inflexible at times. I'm not too sure he's the man to get them promoted, so that's the only reason I've got them missing out on automatic promotion. Salford for me are 4th. On to the top 3 now, the 3 teams that are going to get automatically promoted. And in 3rd, I've gone for Port Vale. Manager John Askey, I'm impressed with him. I like him. Last season, they had a good end to the season. They voted to end the season, even though they finished in 8th. So respect to them for doing that. But they're a stable club now. New management, new ownership. They've got a solid defence. Scott Brown in goal. Leon Legg at centre-back. Nathan Smith partnering him. I like that as a back 3 unit. I think that can lead and breed success this season. David Worrell, 11 assists he got last term. He's the creative force in this team. Let's hope he can do better this season as well. And Theo Robertson, they've got him from Colchester, who I think could be the missing link. Not that highly rated at Colchester potentially, but he can score goals. Devante Rodney as well, he's a good backup to him. I think this Port Vale team's got everything. They're on a steady footing, settled squad. That equals success for me. I think they'll have enough to finish 3rd. On to the top 2 now, and in 2nd place, I've actually gone for Bolton Wanderers. They're not going to win the league, despite what everyone thinks, despite what the bookies think. I think they're just going to miss out. You know, they're the league favourites. They've got a great manager, great managerial appointment, Ian Evatt. It's all positive coming out of Bolton. Look at the signings they've made. Owen Doyle, top scorer, 25 goals from Swindon, the headline maker. Anthony Sarkovic, Plymouth promotion winner. On paper, this Bolton team should walk the league, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do. I'm happy to say that they might well do that, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if they absolutely run away with it. Matt Gilks, Alex Baptiste, Blackpool teammates of Ian Evatt have come in. Tim Gordon as well provides a youth option. Nathan Delfonso can score goals. Look at this squad, man. For League Two, it seems ridiculous. They should be getting promoted straight back to League One now. Their off-the-field issues are sorted, but I think they'll just be pipped because with all these players coming in, sometimes you can see a squad looking a bit disjointed for the first few months. Obviously, it's a quick turnaround as well. Teams and players might not quite be settled at the start, and I think that might just hold Bolton back here from winning the title. I don't think they'll quite do it, but I think they'll be promoted, and I think they'll be promoted quite comfortably. That leaves just one team, and I think the champions of League Two this season, another outsider perhaps for many, Cheltenham Town is the team I've gone for. Manager Michael Duff, a big reason why I've chosen that, but they've lost a few loan players and Ryan Broom's gone to Peterborough, so for some people they might seem severely weakened heading into this season. For me though, defence wins titles. Look at what they did last season. You have to ignore that playoff semi-final against Northampton where they lost 3-0 and absolutely blew it. That was a tricky situation for them, and I think they'll bounce back in style here. They conceded just 27 goals in League Two last season, the best defence in the Football League, and importantly, although they lost a few players, Charlie Raglan, Ben Souza and Will Boyle, that back 3 have stayed together and they can produce the goods. As well as them, Chris Hussey, left wing back, one of the best deliveries in the league. Connor Thomas, Chris Clements in the middle. They're hard workers. They know what to do to get the job done for Cheltenham Town. And up front, Alfie May. I want to see him given a full season. I want to see him fully fit for a whole season. I think he could be the top scorer this season, competing with Owen Doyle once again. I'm really impressed by this Cheltenham squad. The biggest reason I've picked them over Bolton just is Michael Duff's been there. He knows what to expect. He knows what players he's getting in. He's had a full season. He's got a season under his belt. He's experienced playoff defeat. I think he'll get the job done. I really rate him as a manager. I think he can pip Ian Evatt as he gets his Bolton team settled in. So there we go. I think a solid defence will win League Two this season and Cheltenham Town will be crowned champions. I'll try and put a full table of my predictions up now, as you can see. So I've got Cheltenham in first, Bolton in second, Port Vale in third, and then into the playoffs I think it'll be Salford, Walsall, Exeter and Carlisle United, with Mansfield and Tranmere, the big names, just missing out, as well as Bradford. So there you go. They're my predictions. As you can see, Stevenage and Oldham to go down. If you've enjoyed this, there's League One and the Championship both to come. So stay tuned, like and subscribe for more Football League content. Let me know exactly what you think. Just put the teams you think will get relegated and promoted in the comments down below. But for now, that is it, guys. I know it's been a long one. It's been quite detailed, but that's it. I'll see you on the next one.